guys, Adam here, Blackfyre Productions, and welcome back to another episode of World War Marvel. Today we're going to be taking a look at CP58, Lizard, and Kraven the Hunter. So we got the Spider-Man wave released, it would be Friday, here in Canada. And so I went down to Torchlight Games and Hobbies in Burlington, Ontario. If you guys haven't checked them out, go hit the link in the description of the video down below. Check those guys out there, give them the support. But I went down to their shop, picked the goodies up for today, or for this wave, and wanted to dive right into an unboxing. And it was a tough one to decide what I wanted to unbox first. Did I want to do the Lizard and Kraven? Did I want to do Mysterio and Carnage? Did I want to do the Amazing Spider-Man and Black Cat? Or did I want to do the apartment building? Because even though it's not a mini and some people might not get it, the stuff that comes in that box is absolutely amazing. I'm going to do an unboxing of everything, but starting with Kraven and Lizard, because I actually am looking forward to both these models. When I saw Kraven's stat card revealed earlier in the week, I think it was like Monday, something like that, I looked at it and it's just like, he looks like he's going to be super fun to play. A lot of good things going on with him. So without further ado, let's dive into this box instead of just looking at it. CP58, diving in right now. Jumping into CP58, or in the case of the Lizard, jumping out of the sewer to go after CP58. This is the box. I love the look of these models, and I can't wait to build them and actually have some fun throwing them on the board. It might not be for a little bit that I'm able to get these on the board, just with a few things that I have going on in my personal life. I have a retreat that I have to go to, that I'm going to, I should say, and just other stuff. So like this upcoming week, so after getting this video out, I leave on the Saturday and I'm gone for 6 days, so time frame, it might be a little bit before I can get these out. Plus I have a handful of other battle reports and that are in the weights as well, but I definitely want to get out a Spider-Foes battle report sooner than later, because these guys just look so freaking awesome. Anyhow, enough drooling over these guys. There's the side art. Let me see if I can get that in focus for you. Yeah, something like that. And the back art. Like that, and then so supposedly it comes with one Lizard miniature, one Kraven miniature, 2 bases, which we know there's more, 2 character stat cards, 4 team tactics cards, and 11 tokens. And no, none of the tokens are Spider-Foes, but we'll just see what they are. Okay, so you got your package of goodies, the goods, yeah. I smell that plastic crack already. Oh my god, it's so good. Your instructions and your models. Bam. There's the unboxing. Done. I can just go home. Oh wait, I am. Anyhow, let's take a look at these instructions first, see if there's anything glaring or obvious. So 5 steps for Kraven by the looks of it, for building him. So that's pretty good. Doesn't look to be anything too crazy. Like, his arms are all single piece. His legs you have to attach at the waist there. Torso obviously front and back, and the base you have a couple of pieces there. So that's not bad. Head is single piece. That's good. And then you got the Lizard. A little bit more, but that's understandable with the pose that he has. I absolutely love the pose. So nothing too crazy. No extra rules they talk about or anything like that on there. Let's look at the sprues. We'll go to the sprues next. The plastic. The aroma of plastic. Oh. Alright, so you got your 2 big boy sprues. Like so. I might use this one for Lizard. I'm not sure yet. And then you got your 4 small ones. I can't even call those other ones big boys, because the ones for like the Hulk and MODOK and that, they're way bigger. But yeah, those ones. Let's see. Let's look at, it'd be helpful if I actually pulled out all the sprues. So the Lizard comes with 2 sprues dedicated to himself. You got sprue number 1, or in this case B. I'm going backwards, people, with the heads and tongue and front part of the torso and the sewer that he comes out of by the looks of it. Oh, almost dropped it. That wouldn't be good. And then you have the rest, which is like his laboratory coat, the back, his legs, his tail, and everything else. It's gonna be so much fun to paint because it's all like tattered and everything. I might try to make it look grimy, like he's jumping out of a sewer, just like the model actually is, because it looks fucking awesome. And Kraven himself with the Kraven sprue. I don't know how well I can get that head to focus in there, but I think that's pretty good. That head is, let's look at it the right way, shall we? That head is actually pretty cool. Yeah, like it. I like it. The fur, the front, so much stuff there. His spear. And his kukri. Down on that side. Danger. Do not feed the animals. That's a little bit of humor there. That's friggin' awesome. Do not feed the animals. Yes, that's it. Alright, so those are all the sprues and everything. I'm gonna pull out these cards next. And we'll show you the tokens, then we'll show you the 2 character cards, then the tactics cards. And then after I finish these unboxings, I'm probably gonna start building these guys right away. And then probably, I gotta finish painting one other model for a different system, because there is a painting competition going on over at Torchlight Games and Hobbies for another system, and so it's a hero, and so I've been painting a hero for it, so I got to finish him for the contest, and then I'll jump into painting these guys up. So the token sheets, there you go, right? I can't remember what these are for, the 3. We'll find out though when we look at everything else. And look, surely Kraven the Hunter is up first. Let's see if I can hold that there so you guys can see it a little bit better. So Kraven the Hunter, Sergei Nikolaevich Kravenov, stamina 5, medium movement, size 2, 3 threat. 3 is across the board for defenses, so average defense stats. Kukri strike. Range 2, 5 dice, 0 power to use. After this attack is resolved, this character gains 1 power. After this attack is resolved, the target character gains the bleed special condition, and then if you have a wild, you use elusive. After this attack is resolved, the character may advance short. So mobility with his basic strike, plus its 5 dice, plus he automatically gains a power, plus he gives bleed as well, automatically. Really good. I like it for 3 points so far. Then he has Spear Thrust. It's range 3, 4 dice, 0 power as well. Okay? He has no spender in his power at this point in time. He has powers that he can spend, or superpowers he can spend power on later on, but for his attacks. After this attack is resolved, range 3, yeah, strength 4, 0 power. After this attack is resolved, the character gains power equal to the damage dealt. If this character has already attacked the target character during its activation this turn with a kukri strike, add 3 dice to this attack roll. If the character has advanced or been placed during its activation this turn, after this character attack is resolved, it may advance medium, so super mobile. So if you can get a kukri strike off, say you're in close and personal with somebody, get a kukri strike off, then jump on them with that spear thrust, all of a sudden it's jumping up to 7 dice for 0 power, and if you get the wild on the kukri strike, then you also can, because it gives you advance short, then you can make a medium advance after you're done that. Super awesome. No power for that. Super good for getting around the board and for boosting up some damage. So really like that. So first superpower, active superpower, the corner of the beast. Choose cost 2 power. Sorry to do. Choose an enemy character within range 3 of this character until the end of its next activation. Each time the chosen character advances or climbs, it suffers 1 damage. If the chosen character has the wall crawler superpower, it loses the wall crawler superpower until it ends its next activation. So they can't just jump around the board to get away from Kraven, which is really good if you have the wall crawler ability. It means that you will advance just like everybody else and will have to climb over buildings and everything else. So that's super handy. And the fact that all of a sudden what you can do with plays for this is that if you have people that can, like other people that can advance enemy models, you could put this on it, and then until this character's next activation, you could just have them advance that character. You can constantly do 1 damage to that character. Yeah, so really cool, really interesting. I like that. There's definitely plays there, and it's a form of board control as well, because you're not really going to want to move, because you'll be taking some damage if you do, right? So, and then his next superpower is Expert Tracker. Range, or is 3 power to use. Sorry, choose an enemy character. Allied characters roll 1 additional attack die when targeting the chosen character with the attacks this round. So that would be where the tokens come into play, obviously. And then you have the last superpower, the innate one, Elixir of Calypso. This character may reroll 1 die in its attacks and defense rolls, so he even has some survivability right there. So basically, it's like rolling 4 dice, in a sense, as long as you don't factor in those failures, but it should be good. On the flip side, it looks to me that everything is the same on his injured side and his health use side. So Kraven the Hunter, definitely going in my Spider Foes team, or maybe some other teams too. I haven't put much thought to him because I literally got him, or got home with him, I should say, at like, I don't know, 3:30 this afternoon. So, and it's now 7:30 on Friday night, so I've had him in my house for 4 hours. So yeah, Lizard's card up next. Lizard's card, 6 damage on the front, medium movement, but he's on a medium base, gives him an extra little bit of movement, so that's always good. Size 3 and 3 threat. 4/3/3 for defenses. His first attack is a tail whip. Range 3, 4 strength, so 4 dice, and then 0 power. After this attack is resolved, character gains power equal to the damage dealt. On a wild, it also pushes the character away short. It is a physical attack, and then his spender is a physical attack called Cold-Blooded. Range 2, 7 strength, or 7 dice, cost 3 power to use. If this character deals damage after this attack is resolved, the target character gains the bleed and slow condition. So, you have some board control with Kraven over there, in the sense that now if you're in an area and say, you know, you have a Spider-Man who moves long, or a Ghost Spider, who, somebody like that, and you put them on, hit them with that, what is it, Corner the Beast, they lose their wall crawler ability, which means that they can only do short, up, and over terrain that is larger than them, which limits their movement, or can limit their movement comparatively. And then on top of that, this guy is handing in a bleed and slow condition, so you're doing more damage after an activation here, and then damage on top of that as well. Really, really cool. So these guys, I think, will work good together because they have a similar theme that can sort of mesh, in my opinion. First superpower is Biochemical Breakthrough. 3 power to use. Choose an interactive terrain feature or enemy character, both size 3 or less, within range 2, and throw it short. So now he also has board control in the way of a throw, and it is size 3 characters and terrain, which is really good because most characters are size 3. I think there's only a couple that are size 4. 3 that are size 4, I think, off the top of my head, and I think that's MODOK, Black Dwarf, and Hulk. Are they all size 4? I could be wrong. But so he's able to throw at least most characters around, which gives him that nice board control. So that's awesome. He has Thick Hide. It's an innate superpower. So when this character suffers damage from an enemy effect, reduce the amount of damage suffered by 1 to a minimum of 1. So he's very durable when you factor in his stats, like that for physical defense, which physical attacks are the majority right now of attacks that are out there, the most common type. That's really good when you factor those in too. But then you look at his next superpower, which is Healing Factor 1, so at the end of his activations, he also heals a point of damage, and he has Wall Crawler, so he's taking less damage and heals a point of damage a turn. I absolutely love these guys and can't wait to field them. Throw them in with Green Goblin and Kingpin or Doc Ock or Venom or Carnage, or there's just so many options now going into the Spider Foes. And I liked the Spider Foes when I played them beforehand, and I think I'm going to like them now that they have more things going for them. So checking out the back of the card, stamina has dropped by 1, and that looks to be it. Doesn't look to be any other changes here. So yeah, really keen on both of those characters. I think they look fantastic. So let's take a look at their tactical cards. We'll start off here with Fearful Symmetry. This is a card that's already been previewed online by Atomic Mass Games, stuff like that. So when Kraven the Hunter KOs an enemy Peter Parker, so any Peter Parker. If there's no Peter Parker in your squad, Kraven the Hunter may play this card. Kraven the Hunter transforms into Spider-Man Peter Parker, replaces Kraven the Hunter's stat card with Spider-Man's stat card. So this isn't the 5-point, this is a 4-threat Peter Parker, with its healthy side up. Move all damage tokens, power, special conditions, objective tokens, and effects from Kraven the Hunter to Spider-Man Peter Parker. Spider-Man Peter Parker is now part of your squad. So it's just an interesting little thing where you get he'll change and give you a completely different set of rules. Very thematic, very gimmicky. I don't see it happening much on the board, but I honestly want to try to get it to happen because it's just so friggin' cool and thematic. I absolutely love it. I know some people are like, oh, why waste a card? But you know what? I just want to see it happen. I just want to see it happen, and I just want to do it, and it would be so awesome. All right, so here's my brain. The monkey brain is a lizard home. So unaffiliated active during Lizard's activation. He may I almost said they. He may spend 3 power to play this card. Lizard may use the attack listed above once this activation. After each attack is resolved, the character is pushed away from this character short. So it's a lizard brain. It's area effect 2. Which is decent, especially on E-style boards and such. 5 dice of strength, 0 cost to use, and so which is decent. You know, it's nice, especially when everybody's grouped around them. But then you get the automatic push too. So I love it for that. It gives Lizard that much more board control. So it's really, really good. Sinister Traps, Spider Foes. Spider Foes, reactive. An allied character may play this card during the first power phase. Choose an objective token. The first time a character ends its movement within range 2 of the objective token, roll 5 dice. The moving character suffers 1 damage for each crit, wild, or hit result in the roll. If the character suffered damage, it is pushed short. The character's opponent resolves the short or the push. So basically, I would, if it takes damage, I would then get to push them short. So that's really good if you want them to be, if you want your opponents to keep away from a certain objective. So say, you know, hammers. Everybody goes and picks up their own hammer on the far side of the board. This then can sort of make them pay for that if they do. Last tactic card here is Neogenic Recombinator. Spider Foes is active. 2 allied Spider-Foe characters within range 3 of each other may each play this card. One of the characters that played this card may suffer up to 3 damage. Remove damage from the other character that played this card equal to the damage suffered. So there's no power cost here because you're suffering. One character is suffering damage and the other one is healing. So for me, good candidates to take that damage in Spider-Foes are like a Venom who can heal damage on his turn and stuff like that. So it could be interesting to see him fielded with that to hopefully take some of the damage and become that much more of a tank and defender for the squad. I'm definitely going to have to sit down and think of a list with these guys. But yeah, I'm looking forward to building Kraven and Lizard. The sculpts are fantastic, the details on them are fantastic, and the cards look awesome. The characters look awesome to play on the board. Well, I think that's it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed that unboxing. If you haven't yet, make sure you go check out Torchlight Games and Hobbies, link in the description down below. While you're on their website, use the code FIRE5 to save yourself 5% off of any of your hobby supply needs. Also, while you're there, you can go check out our Patreon link. And you can give some support if you are so willing. To our Patreon members, past and present, thank you for that support that you guys have offered. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, ignite your hobby.